Gotham has always been a city of shadows. Its skyline, stitched with both grandeur and decay, has become a breeding ground for not only the bold, but also the cunning, those who know that power isn't always about brute force. In Gotham, villains thrive best not by destroying the city's institutions, but by exploiting them from within. Take the infamous Oswald Cobblepot, better known as the Penguin. On the surface, Cobblepot is a respectable businessman, the proprietor of the Iceberg Lounge, a glitzy nightclub boasting the city's most exclusive guest list. But that's just the beginning. Cobblepot makes the law work for him by meticulously maintaining his business as a legitimate front, leveraging Gotham's tangled web of permits, liquor licenses, and building codes. He bribes city officials, donates to mayoral campaigns, and turns the very institutions meant to govern Gotham into his unwitting protectors. When the GCPD comes knocking, they find everything in perfect legal order on paper. In actuality, the Iceberg Lounge operates as a hub for trafficking, extortion, and black market deals. Cobblepot doesn't burn the system. He bends it, hiding his crimes in plain sight. And then there's Carmine Falcone, the Roman, the face of organized crime before masks became the norm. Falcone's genius isn't in violence, but in corruption. The courts, the police, even the highest halls of city government. Falcone's reach goes everywhere. He doesn't need to threaten a judge. He just needs to pick up the phone, whether it's fixing trials, ensuring evidence disappears, or pushing legislation that favors his illegal operations. Falcone makes the law complicit in his empire. For years, criminals walked free, not because evidence was lacking, but because the system itself was rigged. To Falcone, Gotham's institutions aren't obstacles. They're assets. But some villains don't just exploit the system, they turn it inside out. Jonathan Crony, otherwise known as the world of academia and medicine, and twists it for his own terrifying purposes. As Dr. Green, he once was a respected psychiatrist and professor. He uses his credentials and position at Arkham Asylum not only to develop his fear toxins, but to perform unethical experiments on patients right under everyone. Nauseous. Arkham, rather than serving to rehabilitate Gotham's criminals, becomes a battleground for Crane's experiments in terror. By cloaking himself in the authority of science, Crane makes a mockery of the very institution that should have kept Gotham safe. Then there's Two-Face, Harvey Dent, man who knew the system inside and out because he helped build it. Dent's fall from Gotham's White Knight to its most tragic villain is at the heart of the city's institutional collapse. As district attorney, Dent prosecuted Gotham's mob with relentless integrity, but after his transformation, he uses his knowledge of the courts, the police force, and the DA's office to manipulate outcomes, rig cases, and orchestrate chaos from within. Dent's duality is Gotham's institutional weakness made manifest. Every rule bent, every loophole exploited, every system turned against itself. Of course, few can rival Edward Nygma the Riddler for intellectual manipulation. Nygma thrives on exploiting Gotham's bureaucracy and information systems, whether hacking into municipal networks, blackmailing city officials with elaborate puzzles, or leaking sensitive data. The Riddler revels in making Gotham's smartest look foolish. His riddles aren't just games, they traps, designed to expose the incompetence and vulnerabilities of the city. As for the Riddler, institutions are puzzles themselves, waiting to be picked apart. Even Gotham's financial sector isn't safe. Selina Kyle, Catwoman, is a master of exploiting Gotham's wealthiest elites and the banks that protect them. She gleans information through high society connections, meticulously deconstructs security protocols, and uses shell companies and forged identities to launder stolen art and jewels. She knows every bank's weakness. The corruptible security guard, the shortcut in the audit process, or the complacency of the cities, and looming over them all is the Joker, where others manipulate the system. Joker's genius lies in exposing its absurdity. He stages crimes designed to paralyze city services, to force impossible moral choices on police and politicians, and to show Gotham's citizens just how precarious their institutions really are. Hospitals, police headquarters, the court's no sanctuary is off limits in his relentless campaign of chaos. In the end, Gotham is a city where institutions are never quite as solid as they seem. Its criminals do not merely rob banks or attack City Hall, they become the banks, the judges, the doctors, the politicians. They weaponize the rules and the very fabric of Gotham's society, forcing Batman to confront not only villains, but a city complicit in its own undoing. And as long as Gotham's institutions remain flawed, there will always be those ready to exploit them, always watching, and always waiting for the next moment of weakness.